think we can hear now. It should be okay for us now. If it is okay, you let me know. If the sound is okay. I think we can hear now. If the sound is okay, you let me know. If it is okay, you let me know. If the sound is okay. Okay, that's good. We move on. Yesterday I that we had a minute, please. Yesterday I told you we have a spreadsheet, a workbook. Okay, that's good. The workbook contains a spreadsheet. Yesterday and the spreadsheet combination of spreadsheet make a workbook. So I told you the layer up here that you see green, the green section you see up here. So let me say this. If you are using your phone, you can instead of you using the phone on portrait, you can use it landscape. Because if you use your phone on portrait, it wouldn't be able to help you to see what we are doing on our. Because for me, I'm using computer. If you are using your phone, you can instead of using the phone on portrait, you can use it. Because if you use your phone on portrait, it wouldn't be able to help you to see what we are doing on our. Because if you are using your phone. So, just to draw you through, yesterday we talked about the green section up here that we said it is called layer, and over this layer we have the quick access bars, and this white you see here is we call it a ribbon, and the ribbon here is divided into groups. We have the font group, we have the alignment group, and we have the number group, we have the star group, the cell group, and editing group. So every day we are not going to be repeating this because we need to move further. So for those of you who are just joining, we just want to update you on what we did yesterday. And we said the section here is called the formula box, and here is the name box. So, and we said in our spreadsheet we have column and we have rows. So the one you see with the alphabetical naming here, or the one you see with ABC from A to all the way FX is considered to be columns, and the one you see where I click on 4A4 is called the row. So I hope you get it for us. Now we move on. I want to show you some basic calculation in this spreadsheet today. So for those of you who are just joining us, we say before you proceed with any calculation in Excel, you use equal sign, right? You use equal sign. So let's assume we have 20 and we want to calculate this by adding 20 with another value. How can we get a plus sound on our keyboard on the computer? You use your shift button and press plus. We say 20 plus 50. Let's see what it could give us. We use enter on our keyboard. It gave us 70. So it gave us 70. So exactly that is how we do calculation. So the basic concept I want for you to get here is every calculation that is done in Microsoft Excel preceded by an equal sign. So let's input some data and see how we can calculate them. So we have like maybe 100, 200, 15, and we have 18, right? We have 18. So let's see how can we calculate this. How can we calculate this? So there are many ways that you can calculate this particular values that we have here to get the sum. So either by clicking at the bottom of this cell E9, then you come under the cell group and you see a you see another option here that says auto sum. So when you click on the auto sum, it has been highlighted automatically. So the only thing you need to do at this particular point is to hit enter on your keyboard. And what happened? We got 333. So that's number one aspect of calculating in Excel. So another way to do it, we say equal sign, and then we carry our mouse over cell E5, cell E5. We press shift on our keyboard and press plus. We come to the next one, that is your E6, press plus. We come to the next cell, press plus, come to the next cell and hit on plus, and of course you enter. So what it is giving us is giving us an error dialog box. So as you enter the same result here, so there was a little error in the formula. That's why you see that box pop up before us. So that was resolved. So the same result down here, you will see it up here. All right. So that is another aspect of it. But I could also choose to use another formula like this by using my equal sign, and then I say sum. This is sum function, and I open my parenthesis, left parenthesis, and I hit on cell E5, and I press shift, hit column, right? So we have here from E5 through E9 or E8, because 9 is the result that we got from the previous calculation. So calculate for E5 to E8. So what we do, we carry out to E8. So now basically you are calculating for E5 through E8. So you press shift again and close it bracket, the right column. So we enter. So now the first calculation that we did, we use auto sum, right? That was what we got. We got equal sum through E5 through E8. And let me bring you to the next calculation, the second calculation that we did, the second function that we use. We said equal E5 plus E6 plus E7 plus E8. That is so that is another way of calculating. And the last calculation, we say equal sum E5 through E8. So guys, that is just the basic fundamental aspect of calculating when you have your data in your spreadsheet. So let me quickly show you how to do some calculation here again. How do I calculate for today's date? So let's assume we have today, then we have now, then we have date. If I'm rushing, please let me know. So now, I told you from the previous section that in order to proceed with calculation, you use equal sign in Microsoft Excel. So we are going to calculate today. There is function called today, preceded by this function column, double column. We enter, it gives us today's date. Have we gotten that? No. So I hope you have gotten this. So we have just done for today. So we are going to do it for now. So we also used the equal sign. We said before you start any calculation in Microsoft Excel, every calculation that you made proceed by an equal sign. So if you didn't measure the equal sign, the result that you want will not be accumulated. So we use equal again for the second time for now. We say now, and we hit on this. So now basically going to execute your current date and what current time. So it's going to run the same date you have on your computer, going to measure it in your data. So we do it for the date also. Date. Okay, so this is it. So this is it. This date, I want us to have something here like this. Um, for the date, I want us to have something here. To this date, to this date, to this date, to this date, to this. So, um, let me format this for you. Did I show you yesterday how to insert table? No, this is it. So to create your table, we will come to calculating these fundamental values that we have inserted into our data to show you how to go about calculating them. So let me show you how to insert a table. So to insert a table on your spreadsheet, what you do, you either press Control T on your keyboard and you see your dialog box open, create table, and they will ask you whether your table has header. So if the box was not checked, so you have to check it because your table, unless your table do not have header. But if your table contain header, of course you have to hit this little pop up or dialog box. So we hit on OK, and what do you see? Automatically we have created our table. So now this is it. That's one way of creating table, right? So another way that we can create table is, let's assume we have this section up here. We want to create a table. What do? You highlight this. Remember I told you to highlight in Excel or to highlight even in Microsoft. You left click on your mouse and then what? Highlight the particular section that you want to. Or better still, you hit in the current cell and you shift on your keyboard. Use the front shift and down arrow shift. So, and what you do, you come under the font group. You will see another option here that is all border. You hit to that black area, you will see a drop down information. Now we see bottom border, top border, left border, right border, no border, all border, and of course I think that is what we need here. So we hit on all border. So now we have placed a table to this particular section. So I'm going to design this header a bit and give it a color. But while coming back to font group again and come to fill color, and I will choose a color here. Or better still, let me show you again where to get another header is by coming up here to star group and you come to stars. So I'm going to choose this. Out of these guys, I'll choose green. So that is how to create a table, and also what, give your table a good looking header, a very good looking header. Now I'm going to show you how to save this spreadsheet. It is very important when you are working. Make sure that your work is saved. That if you close that particular work, there will be no changes made, or you won't be able to find your data you created. So how do we save? We come back to our layer up here. You see file at the left corner of your computer screen, and hit on file. When you hit on file, you see a many options: home, new, open, get it in, info, save. If you are saving a workbook for the first time, you hit on save as. What are we going to do here? The next thing, we'll come to browse. And then what we do, so we say day two, day two, day two of our Microsoft class lesson. And then you choose your location that you want to save your work to. I will choose document. And as soon as I hit on document, I come back to save and hit on it. My document has been saved today. Day two of our Microsoft class. So if I'm moving faster, please let me know. If I'm moving faster, let me know. So let me show you. That's one aspect I told you today. We're gonna deal with some calculation, showing you some functions in Microsoft Excel, and I will show you how to save. We have done with saving our spreadsheet, and now the next thing is to preview our sheet, our spreadsheet. So to preview your work, the next thing you would do is to come back to file again and come to print. So this is the print preview. Whatever we were doing on the spreadsheet, it will display like this before you. So whatever you print out from this section, that is what you're going to see before you. So to print out, this is a print command. And of course, this section here where you see printer, there's a dialog box here that you need to hit on to select your printer, the type of printer you are connected to. So there are many printers here. So you see the one you see ready, you hit on it. And of course, it will ask you have option here that says pages. Pages. So at this pages section, you have an option. If you only want to print one of one, you just press one on your keyboard and you get to the next area and press one. Or better still, there's a little black pot up here that can also increase your numbering. So it can decrease and it can increase. So when you are done with that, you hit on print. Okay, before you hit on print, if you to print on A4 or letter, there's another option here you can click on: A4, A5, legal sheet. Remember, legal sheet is the longest sheet for legal document. A5 is also another larger sheet. A4 is a regular sheet, but sometimes we leave it on letter and print it out. So before I can leave you from this section, I want to bring you to this section that says printer properties. We hit on printer properties. The reason we go to printer properties is to choose whether you want to print your document in black and white or color. So there's an area that called main. You can hit on it. So this main here, you have high, standard, draft, and custom. The portion you see here, if you want to print your document on normal, you can leave it on standard. If you want for your print to come out faster, you also hit on draft. So basically, that is what that area for. Also, if you want your work to remain on portrait, you can leave it on portrait orientation. And if you want it to be print out on landscape, you also there's an area option here that you can click on to print your work on landscape. Yeah. So far for that aspect. So I'm gonna leave that area and come back on our spreadsheet. So guys, that is how you can do your print. That is how you can save your workbook. Remember we said a combination of spreadsheet makes one workbook. So and a combination of cell also give us ring. As I highlighted, you combine like this, combination of this cell give us range. So there are many works you can go ahead and do in Microsoft Excel. So let's say you want to name your item in Microsoft Excel.
Jackson, we need the rectifier legs.
You need what?
The rectifier legs. We put inside and put the
So, like I was saying, we're gonna do few. So we have done with the saving of our spreadsheet, how to save, how to print from Microsoft Excel. So I want for us to add a filter to this table like we did yesterday. So how can we do that? We said to our ribbon up here, we have a group. Remember we said ribbon has a groups. So we are going to go to editing group and hit here and hit filter.
Huh?
It's on our side. It's going to that side.
Hello.
So that is how we can add a filter to our table. That is how we add a filter to our table. Remember, filter is important. We use it if we want to search a record into our data. So assuming I want to search for Jackson, only Jackson information. So what I would do is to come on this column where we have name. You see a direction little box. We come to select all and select Jackson. Okay, and of course only Jackson. You see only Jackson we have in this record here because what is Jackson that we want to select. So how can we unfilter that? We go back to the same area, carry our mouse to where we have that black spot, click there and clear filter. So I hope you guys are following. So yesterday I showed you how to rename your sheet by clicking at the bottom of your spreadsheet, right clicking on your mouse, and you will see a drop down option that says insert, delete, and rename. And what are you seeing here? All right, so if you want to name, you can name option there. So we say calculating date of birth. So I just need to add one to this. All right, so that is it. I want us to create another table where we're going to have a few calculation, right? So now I want us to create another table. Can we have it done to another spreadsheet? Let have let me erase this. Okay, so let's assume we have name or we have a number we have description, we have unit price, unit, you have amount, unit price before amount. Try to zoom in the sheet for you closer. So so now you see that what you have just typed is not even organized. I want to organize this particular table, the information I've just typed. I want to organize them properly. You see that even description that is under B2 cell B2, you see that the information you type are not viewable. Even some are going on between column C and B. So how can you make sure that this description are viewable? You come in between here, like we said yesterday, between column B and column C, and then you point your mouse between there. Your mouse pointer will automatically change to cross or full double cross. So what you do is to double click there and exactly see we have exactly what we need. So now we're going to format this properly again. We're going to center this. We're going to center this. By centering it, I told you, you hold your mouse and then left click and highlight. Or you use shift on a keyboard and use your front arrow. How can we center this now? So we go under the alignment group and we see here center content. Automatically this have been centered. I want to change my font type, and we go on the font group to our ribbon, and I want to use Time New Roman. I just type there Time New Roman, and I come to the font size. I want to change this to 14. Still, you see what we have there. You see that when you increase the font size, you find out that there are some characters that are still in hiding. So for this aspect, we are not going to do it one after another. We will just in between of these columns, we will either choose one of the column C and D in between there and use our pointer, double click, double click, double click. So guys, we're going to enter data, but I want to highlight this. So I told you there are many ways that one can create table, either by highlighting the section that you want your table to be, or what you do is to start naming your item, or you leave it as it is because you don't know, or maybe you don't know exactly the, how can I say, where to stop. You leave it like this. We use control on our keyboard and use T, and there is information pop up before you. Control T, it means you want to insert a table. So basically, you see information before you that says where is the data for your table, and then you see another small dialog box that say my table has header. So hit there and press OK. So automatically you have created a table. So there is a key on our laptop keyboard called tab. You can use it to create a table for. So as we put information in here, in information, so I miss out information that need to be added here, which is quantity. We have one, and we have printer, which is our item, and we have unit measure. So I want to insert a quantity between column B and column C. How can I go ahead to insert this? So to insert a column, like we said yesterday, to insert column, either you come to cell or group and click there to insert and say insert column, insert sheet column. Or better still, you come back, you right click and say insert. Automatically it will insert a column for you. So I need quantity. So now we say quantity printer. Maybe the company want to purchase about let's say 5 printers. Unit measure pieces. How much for one of the printer? Printer nowadays could be 70 USD. So the amount column, we're going to leave it like that because we are going to do our calculation later to get exactly the total. So this is it. So instead of us having record like this, record one, be naming one, then I come again at tab 2. No. What I will do is to highlight this number 1, like I showed you yesterday. There's an area at the edge of my cell. When I use my mouse pointer, it will change to, we call it a fill handle. So this fill handle, I will use it, left click on my mouse and drag it down, and I will stop it to 15. So at the end of the last number, you see another information that say autofill. Hit on a particular plus with a blue and white color boxes in there, and you come to fill series. Now you have your numbering system orderly. So you have your numbers in order. So we do that to avoid repeating ourselves over and over. I tap one and go to the next cell and tap uh, two, go to the next row and tap three. No, just use the fill handle, go to auto fill series. Automatically you get your number done in order. So let have another item here. HP laptop. You need laptops for your staff. Maybe you have 12 staff, 12 pieces. How much for one laptop? Maybe you could get it for 800 USD. Then we tap another item here. Ink for the printer. Set it up for one. We have a so what you see here in this section here, or where we have this column E, you have seen this as a numbers, regular number. You cannot recognize this as cash. So how can we go about doing this? We will click or highlight this and come under this number group. Either use this dollar sign or you come here to accounting. So fill handle is very important. I could also use this fill handle. Sir, I will use this fill handle in a subsequent time when we calculate for the first column here. So we are about to calculate. So I'm going to calculate the first column or the first row, which is F3. How can I do that? Like I told you from the onset, to calculate in Microsoft Excel, they proceed by equal sign. I use my equal sign. We are calculating for C3. C3, we are going to multiply this C3 and E3. So I hit this and press shift on my computer, press number 8, and I just hit E3 as well. So what happened? They have calculated automatically for me. Can somebody verify that for us? If it is correct, if it is not correct, let us know. Let's verify that. We say five times 70. We give her 350, so it's correct. So you see, I did a fresh calculation here. I did a first calculation here, and it automatically calculated for the rest, the remaining records that we have in our table here. So you see how sweet Excel is. Very simple. So if even I want to so if even I want to even add additional item here. Let's assume uh I have a ink pen, 12 dozen. Unit price for A could be $1. I mean $1.50. It will calculate automatically for me. Automatically it will calculate for me. So even as I go over and over and adding additional information, we will have the same thing. It will be calculating automatically for me. So you see, there's something I want to show you on this table. You see, when I roll down or when I scroll down, I use my ruler and scroll down. You see that my header will not be viewable. You will not be. So how can we freeze this? So I want to freeze this. I want to freeze this entire header. Like if even I go down, roll down, roll down, roll down, I will still be this header. This header I will be able to see it. So how can we go about doing that? We click into our table and we go to our ribbon and go to view tab. Guys, we're doing it small, small. If I'm going faster, you can let me know. So I will hit freeze. So there's another option here that says freeze panel. Keep rows and columns visible while the rest of the worksheet scrolls based on current selection. So I decided to choose the first option. You see, now I'm going all the way down. I'm rolling down. If even I could have more data, my header still freeze. I can still view it. I can view it. If even I'm taking my left stroke on the right, you see that? You find out that my data at the left, beginning from column C, going all the way to column A, still remain freeze. They are viewable. So guys, basically that's how we move on and on and on and on. We are moving on and on and on. So I want to highlight this again. This table. I want to highlight this table and give you a better design. I'll come back to my home tab and then I want to come to star group on my ribbon. I got multiple tables here. I want to choose this orange table. Or better still, can I choose this green table? I want to choose this. Yeah. So basically, this is how we created our table today again, and we did a little bit calculation, and we did our formatting. So I don't want this to be in the center. Yeah, I still want to add some formatting. I can right click, come to format cell, then I come to border. I want to choose this. 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 And I take up border order. So guys, for today, I'm going to stop you here and we will continue our lecture the following day. Microsoft SEO is important for every institution. Over 30 years, it has been into a system. So tell you how important it is for institution. So for the last one, I want to show you how to create a table header, meaning caption for your table because we have a header already. I just need to click insert A1. So you see that if we tap it like this, you find out that there are information that is connecting with column B. So we don't want it to be like that. What we want to do here is to center this. And how can we go by centering this? Is to highlight the entire area where our table ends, the range. And then what we do, we come to alignment group and say merge and center. We want to increase the font size of our caption here. Change the font size, make the font type. This is what we need. Now I also want to change the color of so guys, thank you for watching. We're going to continue on this by God's power. Keep following, like and comment if this was good for you. Thank you.